Laura, we have breaking news right now. Breaking news.
Finally, the Jets and Packers have agreed to their mega trade.
Aaron Rodgers officially is being traded to the New York Jets.
What?
Damn, they got all of that.
The story of the offseason has officially broken.
And so the trade that we've been waiting for finally has been agreed to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This team is officially a Super Bowl contender.
This fan base has been dying for a winner, dying for a quarterback.
Longest playoff drought in professional sports.
You owe your fan base to go all in.
The New York Jets of 2024 are one of the colossal failures in sports history. But when you consider the future Hall of Fame quarterback and the trade they make for his longtime best friend and all these young players they have on the roster, and they fire the coach because it's going to make them better and it only makes them worse, and everything else, all the words that have been said, all the words that have been written, all the actions that have been taken, all the hype and all the belief that has existed, and what the actual results have been, the Jets of 2024 are one of the greatest, most colossal, and embarrassing failures in sports history.
And what are the emotions after a game like that, especially the way it played out and all the talk you guys had this week?
Yeah, frustration, for sure. We're not playing complimentary football. You know, we haven't put it together really since the last time we won a game where all three phases played really well. Yeah, I've been in the darkness. You got to go in there, make peace with it.
Aaron, do you even know what the darkness is? It's not tangible. You can't measure the darkness. The darkness is simply the absence of light. You see, Jet fans, we know what the darkness is. We've been living in it our whole lives. We didn't get you so that you can show us what the darkness is, but rather so you could lead us to the light. We've changed this entire team. We've catered to your every whim. Got rid of a good coach that you didn't like. We brought in people that we don't even want on this team, simply to make you happy. And you can't own your own mistakes. You can't simply say, my bad. And you want us to think that there's a possibility that this can turn around. Sir, I think not. I can't even break down how many ways you're probably going to lose to the Houston Texans, a team without crucial key players. Can't do it. I'm going to stand back, and I'll have Tyler take care of it for me. I can't waste my energy on you.
Hello everybody, this is Tyler, aka Papa Spank Daddy from the Hip Podcast here in the Dark Cave with another Thursday night preview where it's going to be the Texans at the Jets on Prime Video. You guys want to be able to catch this one, it's going to be this Thursday, Halloween. Maybe something spooky's going to happen, who knows. But back to this game. Here's going to be how I think this is going to play out, in all honesty. You know, over the weekend, we got to see both these teams play, and the Jets versus the Patriots, and man, the Jets' defense is just... Their borderline sucks to inconsistent. Like, they're on the bottom scale of inconsistent to sucking completely. And they just need to tighten up. I mean, as the Patriots, I mean, they... May got concussed early into the game. Hope he's doing okay, but their backup came in, and even then, still held his own. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Come on. The Jets kicker. I don't even know his name, but he blows Wang Chung. Holy crap! He misses the extra point, and then he misses a field goal. That's 3 points right there, and they lost by what? 3 points? I think. I mean, also they have failed 2-point conversion. That wasn't the kicker's fault, but no, I mean the Jets have just looked so bad. They're on a 5-game loss streak, and they got some weapons. They got Hall, they got Garrett, and now they just got Devontae Adams, and even then they're still not. They're not managing to pull off a victory, especially against a crippled Patriots team. And the Patriots haven't even looked that hot. Sorry, Dan, and if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but the Patriots suck too. I don't know what's going on with the Jets. Their defense needs a good figuring out. Their offense is okay, but I mean their defense, I think, is their biggest problem right now. So enough about them. Let's get into the Texans. Now, if you've watched the show, you guys know as well as I do that we are all very high on the Texans. C.J. Stroud, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of this guy. Really turned things around for the Texans last year. They are 6-2, but I have a concern. They almost lost to the Colts. They don't seem like who they were last season. And the reason I'm saying that, this may seem like a little hot take. Now, let me take you on this quick little journey about the Texans. The problem is that they're only beating lower tier teams below them. The only team they beat that wasn't below them, that was a 500 team, was the Bills. And they barely won. That was 23-20. Which, that's just how they beat the Colts, 23-20. So I'm trying to figure out how do you do the same thing against the Colts, against the Bills? What are we doing here, people? They've beat the Colts twice. They beat the Bears, they beat the Jags, and they beat the Patriots. Now the Bears, they have a more impressive schedule. So the Bears that honestly are kind of the same boat as the Texans. The Bears are a 500 team, but they've only beat loser teams. So are the Texans really as good as we think they are? That's a question that I'm now starting to think. I think they're better than the Jets. We'll discuss later on more about the Texans, maybe bring it up in another future episode, but as of right now, I do think that they will beat the Jets. But these have been close games. I think this will be another close game as well. I honestly think that when it comes to this, it's going to be, you know what? Another 20-23. I think that's what it's going to be. With the Texans winning this one, I think the Texans will still beat the Jets. But if the Jets can pull this off, one, it'll be very spooky, especially for Halloween. It'll scare all of us if that happens. Except for Anthony. Anthony will be jumping for joy. That's for you, buddy. But the key to victory for the Jets is, for starters, tighten up that defense. What are we doing here, man? Come on. The defense has to figure this something out. And get a better kicker. I don't know what you got to do. I don't know what you got to do. Find somebody off the street if you have to, for all I care. This is just unacceptable. Like Justin says, when the light shines bright, man, blinds the weak.
You know how to shine in the night. Cut the lights off, it's too bright.
But when it comes to defense getting better, the one thing I noticed is with Stroud, if you can overwhelm that O-line and keep him in the pocket, don't let him get out of the pocket. Don't let him run away. So you could do that, he will get overwhelmed very quickly. But if you can keep him within that pocket, keep the pressure a little more tight, he's got to get one breakthrough, he goes down. That's the one thing the defense has to do. They got to break that O-line and keep him in the pocket. Do not let him escape. For the Texans, their key to victory, because really it's just one key to victory for them. It's just keep Stroud safe. Now it's pretty common sense, but you don't have to necessarily worry about the pressure as much. Stroud can do decent under pressure, but you gotta give him that couple seconds to get rid of the ball. As long as he gets rid of the ball, he's gonna find his target, and he's gonna hit that target, and then everything's gonna be fine. He got plenty of firepower. He has plenty of people to throw to, so it's not gonna be that big of an issue. But as long as he has those seconds, I think they'll do fine, especially against this Jets defense. But that's my take on this. We will dive a little bit deeper into the future. I'm definitely going to bring up this whole Texans thing next time we talk about them. But for this preview, it's going to be Texans winning 23 to Jets 20, unless something very spooky happens. But other than that, everyone, that's for this week's Thursday night preview. This is your boy Tyler, Papa Spank Daddy from the Dark Cave, shouting out from our beautiful, lovely host. Let's keep it football. Let's keep it from the hip. Ooh.